Hi, welcome back to my channel pibyme Maths. This is Devan. Here we are solving October-November 2019 Pure Math 2 paper. In part 1 of this video, we have covered question number 1 to 5. So let's look at question number 6 now. We have a circle and a tangent given. Figure 1 shows a sketch of the circle with center 4, -1. Okay, this center is 4, -1. The line with the equation y is equal to half x. The equation of this line is y is equal to half x or x over 2. You can write it as half x. The slope is half. Is a tangent to the circle. Find the equation of the line Pn in the form of this. They want us to find the equation of this line, actually Pn. The tangent is always perpendicular to the radius, right? So the slope of the tangent is 1 over 2 from this line, right? Since the radius or the line Pn is perpendicular to this, the slope of Pn will be the negative reciprocal of this, that is -2 over 1. And there is a point, so you can write the equation y minus y1, this is x1, y1, is equal to slope times x minus x1. So y is equal to minus 2x plus 8 minus 1 is plus 7. That's all. Easy 2-mark question. Let's move on to part B now. Find the equation of the circle now. To find the equation of this circle, we have the center. We need this radius. To find the radius, we need this point, so we can find the distance between P and N, right? So the point P is the point of intersection of the circle and the straight line, right? Or the point of intersection of Pn and the straight line, L. So the equation of the straight line is half x. Equation of Pn is y is equal to minus 2x plus 7. Equate them to find the point of intersection, minus 2x plus 7. Bring this here, half plus 2 is 5 over 2, x is 7. So x is going to be 14 over 5. Sub in x into any one of these equations to get the y coordinate. I'm going to sub in into the first equation. Y is half times x, which is 7 over 5. So we got the point 14 over 5, 7 over 5. Now actually the distance between P and N is the radius. But when we write the equation of the circle, we need r square, right? A comma B is the center. So we are going to find r square using the distance formula. R square is equal to, we have this point, we have n of 4, minus 1. So x2 minus x1 the whole square, y2 minus y1. So minus of minus 1. Calculate this now. 14 over 5 minus 4 square plus 7 plus 5 is 12 over 5. Whole square. You get 36 over 5. So this is the center of the circle. This is the r square. You can write the equation. Therefore, the equation of C is x minus a. A is the coefficient of the center, plus whole square plus y minus b, that becomes y plus 1 is equal to 36 over 5. That's all. It's a 5-mark question. Question number 7 now. Given that log b to the base a is k, find in simplest form in terms of k, I and I. That means you need to write the whole thing in terms of log b so that you can replace log b with k. That's what I'm gonna do. For the first one, using laws of logarithm, I'm going to write it as log a minus log b. right? The division can be written this way, right? And then a power half, you can put the half in front using the laws of logarithm. So half log a to the base a minus log b to the base. Log a to the base a is basically 1, so just half. This is what given us k. So half minus k is that. Now double I now. Log a square b, you can write log a square b as log a square plus log b because they are in multiplication, right? Divided by log b cube, we can write it as 3 log b. If you put this power in front, it's gonna be 2 log a to the base a plus this is k, this is also k, which is log a to the base a is 1, so 2 plus k over 3k. That's all. Triple I now. Sigma n is equal to 1 to 50 this. I'm going to split the sigma notation. I can write it as sigma k plus sigma log b power n. N is equal to 1 to 50. Look at this sigma notation. If it is n is equal to 1 to 50 n instead of k, if you write out all the terms, you will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc 50. But if you don't have n here to sub in, that means all the terms will be k plus k plus k, 50 terms actually. There are 50 k's. So it's just basically 50 times k plus. For the second one, you need to write it as sigma. You can put the power here, n log b to the base a. We know log b is k, right? So you can write it as 50k. You can keep k outside, sigma n. So it's same like this. So 50k plus k times 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc plus 50. So that's just arithmetic sequence with n terms. So n over 2 times k times first term plus the last term. That's the formula. So when we calculate this, it's going to be 51 times 50 over 2 is 25. 1275k. So you will get 50k plus 1275k. That's gonna be 1325k is answer. That's all, just a 3-mark question. Let's move on to next question. We have a diagram and a shaded region given. It's 2 and 4. Okay. The function representing the curve is also given. The region R is bounded by the curve. The line x is equal to 2x axis and 4. Find the area. To find the area, you need to integrate it between these two limits. Okay. First, we write y this way. 8 root x divided by 2x square minus 5 over 2x square is going to be 8 over 2 is 4. X power half by x power root x by x square is going to be x power half minus 2, which is 1 minus 4 is x power minus 3 by 2 minus 5 over 2 x power minus 2. Write y this way and then integrate it. Area R is equal to integral 2 to 4 4x power minus 3 over 2 minus 5 over 2x power minus 2 dx. When you integrate it, you will get 4x power minus 3 over 2 plus 1 divided by minus 3 over 2 plus 1 minus 5 over 2. X power minus 2 plus 1 over minus 2 plus 1, 2 to 4. When you tidy this up, 4 over minus half is minus 8. So it's minus 8 power x power positive half. This becomes 5 over 2x power positive 1, 2 to 4. And we have to sub in the limits now. So we are at this step. When we sub in the upper limit 4 Minus 8 divided by 4 to the power half. 5 times 2 times 4. That's upper limit. Minus lower limit. Minus 8 divided by 2 to the power half. 5 divided by 2 times 2. 4 power half is 2. So that's minus 4 plus 5 over 8. So minus 4 plus 5 over 8 is minus 27 over 8. And then negative times negative, positive 8 over root 2 minus 5 over 4. So I can simplify 5 over 4 with this actually. Minus 5 over 4 minus 37 over plus 8 root 2. When you rationalize the denominator, you will get 8 root 2 divided by 2, which is just 4 root 2. Do not change it to decimal. If you try to put everything in your calculator, you might get a decimal. But the question clearly says exact area, so do not change it to decimal. So this is the answer. WI now. Find the value of k, this k, if this integral is equal to 5. Just integrate it. So half x cube over 3 plus kx, sub in the limit minus 3 to 6, is equal to 55. When you sub in upper limit, 2 times 3 is 6. So 6 cube over 6 plus 6k, that's upper limit. When you sub in lower limit, minus 3 whole cube over 6 minus 3k is 55. So I'm going to calculate this first. This is 6 square, 36 plus 6gk, 36 plus 6k. When you simplify this, you'll get minus 27 over 6. Minus 27 over 6. 27, 3 cube is 27. Is minus 9 over 2. And negative times negative, positive, positive 9 over 2. When you multiply these two, you'll get positive 3k is 55. Simplify the like terms. 36 plus this. 36 plus 9 over 2. 81 over 2, 6k plus k. Plus 81 over 2 is 55. Make k as a subject. So 9k is 29 over 2. K is 29 over 8. That's all. So 4 more questions. Question number 9. Solve this equation. Since it's 2 theta, it's harder trigonometric equation. You need to multiply the limits by 2. So write it as sine 2 theta minus 10 degrees is equal to 1 over 3. The limit is 0 to multiply everything by 2. Find sine inverse of 1 over 3. That's 2 theta minus theta. In degree mode, use degree mode. Sine inverse of 1 over 3. Okay, 19.47 ... Do not round the figure. Immediately store it as A. Okay. Use the ASTC diagram now, the cache diagram. The modified limit is 0 to 360, which covers all the 4 quadrants, right? You have to find the quadrant where sine theta is positive. Sine theta will be positive here and here. So here it's theta, here it's 180 minus theta. So 2 theta minus 10 degree is theta, 180 minus theta. So you need to simplify these two values and then add 10, divide by 2. That would be the final answer. So the principal value plus 10 divided by 2. They want the answer to one decimal place, 14.7. Therefore, x is equal to 14.7 degree. They want the answer to one decimal place. Come on. This one now. 180 minus the principal value, I stored it as a plus 10 divided by 2. 85.3 degree. 85.3 degree. So you see, if you learn solving trigonometric equations watching my videos, usually I don't disturb these limits. I don't put plus 10 actually. I just multiply by 2, that's all. But when you go to ASTC diagram, I ask you to take one extra limit. One extra limit will be 360 plus theta, and if you put 360 plus theta here, and when you add 10 divide by 3, that would be out of this limit, so you don't have to consider it. These two are the solutions, that's all. Double I now. First three terms of an arithmetic sequence are this. Show that this. Okay, we can find the common difference. Second term minus the first term, that's a common difference, which will be equal to third term minus the second term, right? Now from here we need to frame this equation. I'm going to bring this here, 1 over tan alpha this side. So 1 over tan alpha plus 1 over tan alpha, 2 over tan alpha is equal to 3 sine alpha, right? Tan is sine over cos, so 1 over tan is 2 cos over sine, right? Multiply throughout by sine, you got the answer already. 3 sine square alpha. That's all. Question number 10. The curve C has this equation. Given that this point lies on C, the gradient of the C at this point is 7. Find the value of A and B. Basically, we need to frame two equations in terms of A and B and solve the simultaneous equation. Since this point lies on this curve, you can just straight away substitute. Replace x by 2, y by 5. You will get 5 is equal to 2 cube 8a minus 3 times 2 square is 12 plus 3x is 6 plus b. So we will get 8a plus b is equal to minus 6. Okay. Minus 12 plus 6 is minus 6 comes here 11. Take it as equation 1. Now to find the gradient, we usually differentiate it, right? dy by dx at this point is 7. That's what given. So you put 7 is equal to differentiate the function 3ax square minus 6x plus 3. B will be gone. Now replace x by the x coordinate. So we'll get 7 is equal to 12a minus 12 plus 3. So we'll get the value of a. That's basically minus 9 goes to the other side. Plus 9, 16. 16 over 12. 16 over 12. 4 4s are 16. 3 4s are 2. Sub in a here, you will get the value of b. So b is 11 minus 8 times a. 8 4s are 32. 33 minus 32. b is 1 over 3. That's a 4-mark question. Part B. Prove that C has no turning points. No turning points means when you differentiate it and equate it to 0, you cannot get any solution. This equation has no solution. We have the derivative, right? We have the derivative here. Just differentiate it. You will get 3ax square. 3ax square minus 6x plus 3. Minus 6x plus 3 is 0. We know the value of a is 4 over 3. When you sub in 3 will be cancelled. 4x square minus 6x plus 3 is 0, which is a quadratic, right? In a quadratic, if b square minus 4ac is less than 0, there is no solution. Even you put it in your calculator, right? 4 minus 6, 3. You get a number with I, but you cannot write that as a conclusion. You cannot write there is I in the solution, that's why no turning point. The proper way to prove that is, we need to prove that the b square minus 4ac, the discriminant, is a negative number. So b square minus 4ac is 36 minus 4 times 3. So negative 12 less than 0, therefore no turning points. That's how you prove it.